This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12 and verse 8. A friend cannot be known in prosperity, and an enemy cannot be hidden in adversity. Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 8. Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to our venerable apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and blessings to the Lord's elect, the house of David. All right, so brother Haran coming back at you with another lesson. Lord willing to be edifying and uplifting unto the elect. All right, and I have a couple of articles here I just want to go into real quick. All right, and that's all going into biblical prophecy. All right, of what Yahweh Shai had mentioned, of what pestilences and so on and so forth. Okay. Now, in the last days, there's many signs that we, the believers, the hopeful elect, all right, are looking out for, all right, as an indication of the return of our Messiah, Yahweh Shai, okay? And part of the signs is famines, pestilences, earthquakes in diverse places, right? Wars, rumors of wars, race riots, and so on and so forth, right? Living in a country or in a world of a world that's filled with chaos. Okay. And ultimately they're going to bring that order we've been talking about. The New World Order agenda is now being brought to the forefront. Okay. But before they do that, remember the New World Order agenda, Agenda 21, Agenda 25, Agenda 2030, whatever it is something known as sustainable goals. All right. Sustainability. And what they want to do is they want to torment the population and shift them into a certain place, all right, certain geographical location, and then they can create these 15-minute cities and so on and so forth, with whoever is going to be left walking, of course, after they're done Vanessa and the whole entire damn population, killing them off pretty much. Okay, so they're condensing. All right, they're creating problems in various lands, which is forcing people to move into more desired places. And that's exactly what they want. Right. And a number one person, one of the biggest funders of this kind of calamity, this type of chaos when it comes to the health and so on and so forth, is Bill Gates. All right, I call him Kill Bates. OK. And I have an article, like I said, a couple of articles that I want to go into real quick. The first one says Bill Gates announces $168 million to develop next generation malaria Vanessa. Check that out. Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. He puts the name, the number, and so on and so forth. Email. New York. Bill Gates announced today that the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation will provide $168.7 million to PATH for its malaria Vanessa initiative to develop Vanessas for malaria. Now it's interesting because remember, scriptures talk about never trust thine enemy, right? The reason why we don't trust our enemies is because we know the playbook. We know how they operate. When you look into something known as problem, reaction, solution, otherwise known as the Hegelian dialectic, okay, or otherwise known as thesis, antithesis, synthesis, right? Everything that you've been going through, everything the past 2, 3, 4 years that people have been going through now, is time of realization. So we're not even going to go further than that. But a lot of people are starting to realize the truth. And the truth is that all these things that's going on around the world is not happening by chance or by accident or by coincidence. Okay, it's all carefully planned and orchestrated step by step by step. Okay, and they use the media. And when I say they, I'm talking about these wicked elites. They use the media, which they always used, going all the way back to the Rockefellers and so on and so forth, during the time of the Industrial Revolution. They've always used the media to propagate their narratives. Okay, so that includes telling people that they're foolish and stupid, and they're getting people, they're putting people at risk for not taking an injection to protect themselves. You see, like Klaus Schwab said, to protect ourselves. Like, that's stupid, nigga. Right? Their time is up. A lot of Jake is waking up is because Esau's time is up. Okay? But before they go out, they want to make sure that they destroy the whole entire planet. If we can't have it, then nobody else can. Kind of mindset. That's why they're coming out and saying that we're shifting from phases of global warming to global boiling. Whatever the hell that means. All right, but those of us who are listening and paying attention and understand the inner doings of these devils, we know that they're not just saying things and we can just call their bluff. No, they're following through and they're doing exactly what they said they were going to do. Going back 2015, 2016, they've been building all the way to 2024, 2025. A lot of things that you read it and you be like, damn, this thing goes all the way back to 2005, 2010, 2012. Like, it's like, damn, way, way back there. What were we thinking? How do we not see this? It's because they don't present it to you like something that's to be, concerning, right? You should be concerned about this. If anything, it's something that you should just accept and move on. So now Bill Gates and his people are creating a malaria Vanessa. It says for its Malaria Vanessa initiative to develop Vanessas for malaria, a disease that kills thousands of African children every day. Listen to that. The Path Malaria Vanessa Initiative, MVI, is working with GlaxoSmithKline Biologicals to develop a first-generation Vanessa candidate known as RTS-S, which could become the first ever approved malaria Vanessa. GlaxoSmithKline, that's GSK. They, I believe, I forget what year it was, but they were sued big time for their chemicals, their pesticides, and so on and so forth. Some guy, some Jake, he had sued them because after using pesticides from GlaxoSmithKline, right, that's not disclosed to the public and is not supposed to really be around the public, really, right? Because of all the side effects and all the diseases, all kinds of shit that people could really suffer from interacting with any products from GlaxoSmithKline, okay? And they had a lawsuit and the guy won. It was millions of dollars. He won. But again, at what cost? All right, you could win the money, but like, damn, bro, your face is all messed up. You'll never be the same again. That's what the doctors told him. See? So they're Slack, one second. Let's go back. I don't want to go too off topic. I just want to stay on this this article here. Let's see, GlaxoSmithKline. All right, it says, with the new grant announced today, MVI will support the development of next generation Vanessas that could provide even greater and longer lasting protection. Here we go. So they got climate, they got this, they got, oh man, these devils. It says, quote, I'm very hopeful. Listen to the words. I'm very hopeful that the malaria Vanessa currently in advanced testing will be proven effective, but that will just be the first step, said Gates, co-chair of the Gates Foundation. Now it's time to develop a new generation of Vanessas that are even more effective and could someday help eradicate malaria altogether. Bullshit. Gates announced the new funding at the UN Millennium Developmental Goals, you hear that? Malaria Summit, a meeting of heads of state, CEOs, UN officials, and other leaders. At the event, the BlackRock Malaria Partnership launched the Global Malaria Action Plan, a comprehensive global strategy to fight malaria. The Gates Foundation grant and other commitments announced today will help address key priorities in the action plan. Here we go. Okay, and the same nigga over here is making action plans. He's the same devil that's doing this. Let's see if we can get that real quick. It says Bill Gates funded the company releasing gene-hacked mosquitoes. So how is he? That's what I was saying. Problem, reaction, solution. He creates the problem and then comes in with the solution, right? How do you have millions of genetically modified mosquitoes to go out there, released in the public, and then come around and say, we have a Vanessa to help those who might catch malaria from these mosquitoes? You're a devil, okay? And until people wake up to who you really are, they're going to keep getting, the okie doke every time, okay? The next article says the British biotech company Oxitec is moving ahead with its controversial plan to release hundreds of millions of gene-hacked mosquitoes, an experimental new form of targeted pest control in the Florida Keys. And who do you think they're going to be coming after? There you go. This is the goal is essentially to introduce a new genetically altered version of the Aedes aegypti mosquito, which can spread diseases like dengue and malaria, that can only hatch male, non-biting offspring in order to gradually reduce the population. A connection that has gone mostly unremarked during the experiment. Rollout is the involvement of Microsoft co-founder and public health philanthropist. We know he's not a public health philanthropist. He has nothing to. Anyone who listens to this guy about public health knowledge or instructions or whatever, you deserve everything that's coming to you. It says, based on past reports, it seems that the Gates Foundation pledged $4.1 million to Oxitec in 2018 to develop a new mosquito that would target malaria in the Americas, South Asia, and Eastern Africa. Oxitec was reportedly awarded $5 million for its Aedes mosquitoes, the kind set for release in Florida, through the Gates Foundation's Global Grand Challenges initiative in 2010. Meanwhile, Science magazine reported in 2010 that the Gates Foundation had dished out $19.7 million in a project in which Oxitec took part. And it goes on and on and on and on. But we know ultimately that this is all leading to what? People being arrested. Because people are not going to comply with this type of shit. And we're going to be arrested. For those of us who don't comply, we're going to be swept off the streets. We're going to be taken into some kind of cancer, whatever. Cancer. They're going to take us into some type of facility. And guess what? We will prevail. The Wadi Bashmi Al-Shai. We shall prevail. All right. Anyway. Let me see. Maybe I might just close it out here. Let me get this quick precept here. All right, this is the book of Ecclesiasticus. And slack if I'm a little all over the place. I'm just doing this in my car right now. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12 and verse 10. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. So they're going to start the campaign very soon. Okay, and this is going to be the most deadliest campaign. Anyone who listens to anything they got to say, whether it's climate change or this and that, don't listen. Disease X or whatever the fuck they're going to be coming out with next. Okay, these devils have a plan. All right, they have goals and they're trying to reach them. Okay, despite what the book of the scriptures say about where they end up. Okay. They're trying to change, rescript, whatever. It's a futile effort. Okay? They just need the majority of the fools to just believe it. That's it. And they already know that majority of the people are not worth wasting your time on. They've said it. They said, listen, why do you care about these people? Why do you care about these people? Majority of them don't know what the hell is going on. And those who know what's going on are just okay with us just doing whatever we want and taking over their whole lives. And they have no freedoms, no properties, nothing. So what is there to be bothered by? You see, that's their mindset. A lot of people don't want to be saved anyway. They're not going to make it anyway. So why even bother, being, civilized with them? Treat them however you want. See? Scriptures talk about the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. Right? So let's keep reading. Ecclesiasticus chapter 12. All right, verse 10. I'm going to bring it back. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Right? So just because it's taken time, or it's been a few weeks or a few years or a few months, doesn't mean that they've changed. They still look at you the same, just like how you look at them the same. Right? Verse 6. Though he humble himself and go to crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. That's how they come in. They crouch. They come in deceitfully. Just like a predator. They don't walk in boldly. Boom, I'm here. Deal with me. No. They come in slowly. They sneak it in. At first they say, oh, the dividends is not going to be mandated. Oh, and the next thing you know, it's mandated. Now it's, oh, we're not going to force you, but you could lose your job. It's like they sneak it in. Operation mission creep, basically. So it says, and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. Right? So don't trust your enemy. Pay attention, even when they come out talking nice and, oh, look, it's something called controlled opposition. Their controlled opposition is their counterpart, so they can gauge certain people's reaction. They can gauge certain people and how they actually operate in their daily lives. That's not recorded on the computer. See? So it says, and thou shalt, let's go back a slide. All right. All right. It says, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. So when they start wilding out, and everything we've been saying is going to come to pass with what's that, 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, where it talks about they shall be like madmen sparing none. When Esau starts going in, that's when people are going to be like, oh, I was reading about this. Yo, where can I go? What can we do? Damn, y'all been right this whole time. This man is really our enemy. Well, it's too late now. It's too late now. Once they show their horns, it's over with. Okay? It's over with. Right now, they're getting ready to show their horns. They're going to be real draconian with it. Once they start, it's over with. Okay? Yeah, so it's not going to take too long. We're almost there. It's not going to take too long at all. All right? This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16 and verse 68. It says, for behold, the burning wrath of a multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. Okay, and that time is coming. When people are getting arrested and sent to these so-called concentration camps, re-education centers, and so on and so forth, what do you think they're going to be offering you over there? Those things that are offered unto idols is talking about the MOTB. Okay? The MOTB, man. That's that technology. Okay, that's that device. It says, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision, because compliance is not enough. Oh, you just comply. Oh, yeah, I'll do it. No. They got to know that you actually believe it. Because they don't want resistance 5 years from now or a year from now. You just comply, and then 5 years from now when there's a revolt, you join in. No. They want to break that from everyone. Right? They want to break that. So it's not going to be, they'll make sure. Let's just say that. All right? It says, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and reproach and trodden underfoot. All right? That's pretty self-explanatory. But judgment is definitely on its way, man. And people got to get in tune and start repenting. Okay? You don't have much time. So much going on any day now, man. So, hey, let's keep watching. Let's keep praying. All right? Keep your head up, because the Lord is definitely making some scenes. There's a lot of stuff going on that the mainstream media is not going to talk to you about, but that's okay. All right? That's okay. Anyway, I'm going to leave it off there. Lord willing, you were edified. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Kodash, the water Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai. And until next time, Shalom.